Hey guys, as you can see, it is clearly wash day. So today I'm just doing a quick comparison of products. For me, I do have quite a bit of hair. It's really thick and not, well, like it's about this long. Um, yeah, it's about that long. So yeah, it's a lot. But for me, I've kind of just essentially spent like my whole life like finding like the right products for my hair because it's always been like this. It actually used to be a lot more full and a lot more long in a just a grade lower of texture. But it's not anymore because I permed it like everyone else does in high school, and just my hair just never it never reverted back to what it originally was, which is actually fine with me. I don't care. But ever since then, I've been wearing like braids. I did wear weaves in my early 20s, but that wasn't really my style. So I've just been like wearing braids since then. Love them. Love them. I do them myself. So I love them. So I'm just kind of giving a 411 on two products because I'm kind of just like, so we're going to go over Shea Moisture and Carol's Daughter. Um, those are two big products in like the black hair community, so I kind of wanted to give kind of my perspective. Again, this video is just my opinion. It's not necessarily the end all be all of hair products. It's really just my opinion and my experiences. For reference, my hair is 4B, sometimes 4A, but mostly 4B. Yeah, I would honestly recommend this for anyone who has long or short hair. But for like the quantity of like pumps and stuff like that, I am gonna probably reference it does apply a little bit to those with a longer coif, only because you have to use more the more you have the but yeah, let's go ahead and go over it. So first we're gonna start with actually my least favorite. So I got Shea Moisture shampoo and conditioner. Oh, it's backwards. Hold on. Okay. So I got Shea Moisture shampoo and conditioner. It's the Manuka honey oil and Mafora oil intense hydration conditioner and the same intense hydration shampoo. The biggest issue I have with that is that they're not intense hydrations. I live in a desert, so I live in Nevada. So obviously my hair is it's gonna need that moisture. It's gonna need the oils. It's gonna need the nutrients in order for it to flourish and not get dry. The problem I have with that is just it doesn't I don't feel like my hair is soaking anything in, like whenever I'm washing and conditioning. I just don't feel it. But I do try and alternate because it's a good product. Don't get me wrong. Both these products are good products. I'm just listing my opinion versus, I'm just putting the two against each other. So I wouldn't recommend for over Carol's Daughter, I wouldn't recommend it. You need a lot more pumps, a lot more shampoo, a lot more conditioner to really cover the entire surface area and to feel like there's any type of penetration of anything being conditioned whatsoever. I've been doing my hair for a long time, and I'm not in love. I'm not in love. It's not a product. After I finish these two bottles, because I have them, and that's expensive. I don't think I'm gonna go back, unfortunately, because I'm just personally not having a good experience with it now. It doesn't create like a huge lather. That's another thing I kind of want to have an issue with. It doesn't create like a lather, like a really big like it. There's some of it. There's some lather, but there's just not a lot. You know what I mean? Now for the Carol's Daughter, I use the almond milk shampoo. If you can see. Sometimes I use the almond milk conditioner as well. But mostly, this is the product that I love the most. I use the Rasul clay, and I'm like running low on this. I love this Rasul clay so much. So much. It's a conditioner, and it locks in the moisture and the nutrients and everything. Like, it's probably the best conditioner I have personally ever had, period. Even more so than like the almond milk conditioner, which does condition, but this This is the first conditioner that I felt I didn't have to mix in with other things. It's like with the other conditioners, it's really good to mix in like, like mayonnaise or like some other conditioner products. Like it's good to mix everything together and get that full experience. But yeah, I have to Shea Moisture right now. The water's tickling my scalp because I'm letting my hair, I'm letting it sit. But yeah, and just advise, it's not my first time using either one of these things, so I'm not going based off a one-time experience. I'm going off of a multiple time experience. Yeah, that Rasul clay, absolutely would recommend with anybody with as thick of hair as I do, because it really locks in everything that we need. Definitely anybody in the 4 categories, probably like, late 3s and stuff, but not early. I wouldn't recommend this for anyone with like a finer texture of hair, just because it is a thicker product. But it's so good. It's so good. I love it. Now with the almond milk shampoo, smells so good. Oh my gosh, you guys, it smells so good. And honestly, it has such a great lather. You do have to use a few pumps on this. I'm not gonna lie, you have to use a few pumps on it, but not as much as the Shea Moisture. You don't have to use as much of that. So that's something that I personally really like, specifically because it's a bit thicker. So in my opinion, it's because it's a bit thicker that it, really coats and really lathers, does the job that I need it to do, because, hair gets a little bit dirty when you're wearing box braids. But yeah, I completely love it. It's sulfate free. I think, the Shea Moisture is sulfate free as well. There are Rasul clay, also sulfate free. Yeah, for overworked and overwashed hair is what it says. I'm insanely in love with it. But yeah, so essentially, yes, I would recommend Carol's Daughter over Shea Moisture. Now, please keep in mind, these are big giant companies. It's not. Please understand, when you're buying your hair products, it's not you're not buying from a Black-owned business. It's not a small business that you're buying from. It's a giant. You're buying from a giant. It's that's it at the end of the day. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just something that we all kind of have to acknowledge, because that does not make this, who it's owned by, does not make it any better than the other product, because they're both giants. Neither one of them really care about you, so it's just let's be real here. So yeah, but yeah, what else can I really say about it? Shea Moisture is shinier, does have a shinier look to it, but it's also a little bit more loose. That's probably why. Carol's Daughter, obviously thicker, it's very creamy. It does have a thicker texture to it as well. Yeah, that's all I can really think to kind of say about the two. I mean, I definitely hope, because today I used like the Shea Moisture, because I just like to alternate sometimes. My hair doesn't get too used to one type of formula. But hopefully it does its job. But I do anticipate I'm probably gonna have to rewash my hair a lot sooner than I would have with the Carol's Daughter. So that's something I'm gonna have to live with. But yeah, so let me know if you have any questions down below. Yeah, that's kind of pretty much my opinion. So